Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Bark and Bite podcast by the Boxin Dachshund, episode 1. This is a new podcast. This is not a dog fighting podcast. Let's get that straight. And today we have the man from the mythical land from down under, the defender of bananas, the slayer of the monkey, Sardonic Pickle. How you doing, buddy?
G'day, mate. How's it going?
Good night, mate. So how's your morning
good.
going, future man?
Yeah, pretty good. We just did the laundry. That's fun.
Oh, always. I hate doing.
Yeah.
I hate doing the laundry. I have 3
I
kids, so
hate
I'm doing thousands of freaking pounds of laundry a week.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's enough. It's pretty bad for just 2 people, but yeah.
I believe it. I just do my wife's laundry sucks too. So if for everyone who doesn't know, Dave is a what do you like to be called? Because I know you're kind of picky on this. Do you like to be called a content creator? Do you like to be called a YouTuber?
I have no idea anymore.
Neither do I. That's why I have to refer to you because you're.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing YouTube for, man?
6 years.
6 years.
Yeah.
So you started
I'd say
in
I'm
14.
gone. Yeah, around then. Yeah.
So
Way late to the party.
well, I'm even more. I've only been doing it for like maybe 3 now, maybe 3. I'm not even sure anymore.
Oh wow, yeah.
I'm pretty new compared to like you and the rest of the guys. But so a couple things in your background I want to ask you about, if that's okay. Like
Go ahead.
your early small pickle life.
Yeah.
So you were born
Small pickle.
small pickle life. Well, did you have small pickle then?
Yeah.
I don't know. But this talk has been way too long in the making. Let's get that straight, right?
Yeah.
I know. I've been wanting to talk to
We
you.
haven't actually had a conversation.
This is literally our first conversation, like live, other than me trolling you on your streams.
Right. Yeah.
But so you were born in New Zealand natively.
Yes.
Yes.
I was born in Hobbiton.
Hobbiton, yes, the Shire.
Yeah.
And you and your family immigrated to Australia when you were very young.
Yes.
How old were you
That's true.
when that
I
happened?
was about 12.
Oh, about 12. Okay,
Well,
so I thought you
About 12, 13. Yeah.
I was thinking of like when I pictured you in it with like a little suitcase and like 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
Little
and
poor
by the
boy.
way, I'm not literally a pickle. I know there's no face cam right now, so you can't really tell, but I
Yes.
am actually a human-shaped animal.
Yeah.
Right.
Go check his YouTube out. He's got a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
There's no Moobat. No
By the
Moobat.
way, yeah, I've got a YouTube channel, guys.
Yeah. There's no Moobat to upvote you there.
Yeah, we need Moobot.
Moobat, get in here.
We need Moobot in here.
So something I kind of found out recently is you lived in a caravan for the first couple of years you're in Australia, or something like that.
Yes. We my dad came over here and he had about $500 in his pocket. And yeah, the caravan park was the only sort of option, I guess,
See,
like could afford.
I don't think you see it, but I think a lot of people would who would read about your story would think it's very fascinating that someone coming from that background. I think you're doing very well for yourself. Let's get this straight. I think you're awesome, by the way. That's why we're having you on here as my first guest. But yeah, so you lived in the caravan.
Well, it was an interesting experience. Yeah, it was an interesting experience because my mom's side of the family is very rich, and so I had an experience with seeing that sort of lifestyle, and then coming to Australia straight into a caravan park it was contrasting.
Wait, now you said your mom was rich, like your family was, or at least.
Well, yeah.
But
A lot wealthier than the Carroll side, yeah.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what happened to your mother? Like, she just didn't want to come with you guys, or?
Oh, my mom and dad split up when I was very
Oh,
young.
okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, all right. Sorry, I don't want me to touch on that. Another touchy
That's
subject. Let's go from touchy subject to touchy subject. Your dad was drafted in Australia, which was what war was that? Was that
Vietnam.
Vietnam? Was
Yeah.
it Nam? Okay.
Yeah.
So where did you live in that time when he was gone, or was that before you were born? No, it would be before.
Yeah, that was in the 60s.
All right. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that like it was while you were a kid. So he left you in Australia alone. I was like, oh my god. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah.
I'm now putting together. I'm stupid. The years don't make sense because you would have been born 80s, late 80s, early 80s, or mid 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The 80s, yeah.
So, yeah. Speaking of the 80s, you are a very retro gamer. You focus a lot of your stuff around
Oh yeah.
Nintendo and retro.
Yeah.
Now
I am learning the ways of the Sega. I am learning the ways.
See, that was my system.
Yeah.
Was the Sega.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what I kind of broke my teeth on as a gamer, as a early gamer. But
Nice.
so you yeah. I'm gonna say a lot. I'm sorry everybody for that, but so Nintendo was very big in your family. Now why was like Nintendo the big thing for you?
I don't know. My dad just gave us a choice, my brother and I. It was literally between Nintendo, an NES, or a Sega. It would have been the Mega Drive back then.
Yep.
And we had played our cousin's NES and Mario, and we fell in love with it. So we're like, yeah, Mario, whatever has Mario on it. And
Jumpman.
that's where it began. yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
For some reason, we skipped the Super Nintendo and just went straight to the N64 when we came to Australia. So
yeah, see, my brother, after we had the Sega, my brother bought a NES. Then we skipped over the Super Nintendo, and then we never actually we stopped Nintendo altogether. We went to PlayStation after that. So I never got to do like Banjo or any or Conkers. So that's all new stuff to me, which is really cool because I have been playing that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
It's good. And later in your life, you can experience these games like they're new, which they are to you. They're new things, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, well, been there, done that sort of thing." And you're like, "Oh, hasn't this game? Have you heard of this game called Sonic?" Yeah, God, it's awesome, guys. I don't know if you've played it before, but fuck, I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of used to the experience of playing the old games for the first time and going, "Oh, have you heard of this game?" Yes, Dave. We played it in 1996.
Oh my god, you guys played it back then? But,
yeah, what?
Oh my god, mind blow! You see the graphics on that shit?
Yeah, exactly.
It's next generation, man.
Yeah.
So going from that, from your early childhood to medium picklehood, you went through high school. Did you go to any school after that? Any schooling? Did you? Yeah.
Oh, like university or
yeah,
whatever?
University. We call it college here, but you guys call it university.
Yeah. Well, I went to it's called TAFE here. It's not quite university. I don't know what you'd call it. And
would it be like workers' school? Like
I guess, yeah. It's more, for like trades and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trade school. That's what we call it. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, that's straight to the point, isn't it?
Yeah, there you go. We're very direct here in America.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I went there to do like this animal conservation thing because I wanted to work for Steve Owen.
Dude, are you serious?
I've always been fascinated. Yeah,
that's exactly what I wanted to do when I was in I want to say middle school. So it'd be about the same time you did it. Because you're about what, 3 years older than me?
All right, cool.
So we literally had like the same time. That's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But I literally wanted to jump on gators and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. I've always loved reptiles. Ever since I heard about them when my dad was talking about them in New Zealand, I was like, oh my god. He was talking about the blue tongue lizard, which you see now here every day. Sort of thing. Yeah. But like in New Zealand has no reptiles except the tuatara, whatever it's called. And that's like an ancient dinosaur reptile that's hardly seen in the wild.
Oh really?
But yeah, I've always been interested in reptiles. So I was like, Steve-O, it's awesome. He's my hero. And I was going to work for it. But then I dropped out. And then I went to do music at the same. I went to do horticulture at the same TAFE. And I got a certificate 3 in horticulture. So I got a qualification.
Ooh, a certified
And then
man.
I dropped out. Yeah. And then I dropped out. And then I did music at the same TAFE. And that's where I learned the technical sort of music, like theory of music and stuff like that, which was useful to me.
You seem like a man of like many like thoughts. Do you find that? Do you like have like your brain going, oh, I like reptiles and I like music and I like games. Like, so how can I pull that together?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, it's like my wife says, life is a buffet, basically. Like, you got so many things to choose from. It's ridiculous, and that's always been my problem because I can't focus on one thing. I've got like creative ADHD thing. I can't buckle down and go, oh, this is it. YouTube has been the only one that I've just like consistently done. I haven't dropped out of doing.
But that kind of fits in though, because you can kind of do all of anything you want on YouTube, right? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think that's what you're doing with your content now, where you see you doing kind of like the vlog-ish, then you add your music in, then you add your video games in. I think
exactly.
That's what your kind of show is all about.
Yeah.
By the way, if you guys don't know, he has a very cool kind of show going on. It's kind of a half vlog.
YouTube channel.
He's got a YouTube channel.
A YouTube channel.
You can't see him, but all your links are on the screen right now. So they can. There's a Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Then obviously, if there's anything else you want to promote, go ahead.
Nah.
No. So growing up, did you have
nothing else?
So like when I grew up, I had my dream job. Like I finally kind of like solidified. I wanted to help people. So that was kind of my dream. What was your dream job?
When I was a kid, I wanted to be an actor. I guess you could say.
Congratulations, you achieved that.
I guess in a way.
I mean, you do different characters on your show. That's acting, right? And you're actually on IMDb.
Yeah.
You've achieved.
I know, yeah, as a voice actor. Yeah, woo, go me.
Hey, actors in the name.
Yeah.
So you wanted to be an actor when you grew up.
That's true. Yeah, I wanted to. It was ridiculous. I wanted to play the next James Bond.
Hey,
ridiculous ambition.
No, you could do that. Yeah. I would love to see a Dave Pickle Bond.
Dave Bond.
A Pickle Bond.
Oh God.
We're ridiculous. So
I think it just kind of transformed into I wanted to entertain, and that's what I want to do now. I just want to be an entertainer in general. Yeah.
So before in 2014 you started your YouTube channel. What were you doing, or what did you want to do, or no, what did you do before you started becoming a quote unquote content creator?
I was kind of just doing my songwriting and that, and like doing open mic nights at pubs and stuff. All that. I was getting nostalgic and old, and I discovered. Have you heard of this guy called Angry Video Game Nerd?
Yes, I have heard of him.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Back in the early days of YouTube, I used to watch him.
Yeah. Well, I discovered him in like 2013, and I was like, "Oh, have you heard of Angry Video Game Nerd? He does all these retro games." Yeah, Dave. It was around in 2008 or whatever. Welcome to the 21st century.
You've caught up.
And then, yeah, he was playing like NES games, and that got me like nostalgic. And I bought the N64 again, and I was like, oh well. Then I got into JonTron, found JonTron, PBG, and I was like, wow, these guys are cool. You know, make funny videos on YouTube about video games. Maybe I can. And that's how it started.
So that's how you started. Nice. That was actually my next question. How did you move on to making content? So I think we can obviously say why the content you chose, obviously the gaming content, because it was a passion of yours, right?
Yeah. It still is. I love games. Video games have changed my life. I don't. Is it the same with you? Like
I would say video games have been a very big part of my life because
right.
well, obviously there was a connection with my brother, and the only way me and my brother used to fight. We're 4 years apart, so he's about your age actually. So the only time we actually got together, like within my teens, was to play video games. So that was a very big part of my life. And that was a big connection for that time period of my life. Then, obviously, my friends played video games and stuff like that, and it was everything I did was kind of around a video game. So that's how I kind of fell into it. Like obviously, I fell into the World of Warcraft pit. Here's the thing: I loved World of Warcraft, but I couldn't afford it. So I was literally over every day on my friend's PC with him, taking turns playing World of Warcraft. As stupid as that sounds, and here's the thing: I had a couple of my friends were into it, and I was like, "No, wait, can I go over to your house?" So I'd have to play 3 different characters every time I'd go somewhere else, so I'd be like changing. It was really weird because they would only allow me to put one character on each account. Buddy,
bring a needle, a heroin.
Yeah, it is what it was. It was me getting my fix. And here's the thing: I wasn't a completely inside guy. I did go outside and play, but you know what I mean. Like when I wanted to play a video game, that was my game for the longest time. But then Halo and stuff like. Well, it actually started with Halo. So all me and my friends like would get together and play Halo, get yelled at by other 12-year-olds at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, like games have been a very big part of my life. I wouldn't say it's a major thing. I think what really drove me was like just helping people. Was like that was my whole life goal. Especially in this isn't political, but like a 9/11, right? So 9/11 happened. I was probably about 2001. Was I 8? I don't know. What am I? I don't even know what age I am now. I've forgotten. I'm so old. I try not to keep track anymore. Actually, I try to feel younger. Do you ever go up to like young kids and like, hey, how are you doing? Try to you feel like you should belong with them, but you just don't.
I know. Right? I forget how old I am. Yeah, I forget how old I am. Like, it's really weird. The weirdest part of my like recent history has been when this guy at work, like, I remember when he joined and he was like 16. Then he's 18, and I asked him like, how old are you now? And he's like 18, and 18 is the legal age for drinking. And I'm like, okay, you, me, pub, when sort of thing. And I just realized, fuck, Dave, you're 34. Like,
no,
what the hell are you doing?
That's
weird, man.
That's so relatable. Like. But here's the thing. I find myself I'm getting so old that when I hang out with like a 21 or talk to even talk to like a new 21-year-old at work, I'm talking about things like about the same things, but then I realize like they're so stupid.
Yeah.
Like, why am I talking to you? You're so stupid. And I enjoy my talks. So that's the thing. It's like, but hang on, how old am I? Am I still doing this? But I mean, I guess we can't we can't like keep ourselves old. You know, I mean, we gotta stay young. I think that's what your issue is.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
How do you keep yourself young?
I break my hip skating. That's the other thing is like so here's the thing. My son, obviously you've seen my son Patrick. We go skating, but I'm like I can't skate because I can't get hurt or my family loses our income basically, right? So like I'm so cautious. So I feel like I'm the old guy at the skate park just watching my kid. Because he's doing all the ramps and everything. I'm like, you go, Sonny Jim.
Yep.
But I mean, I would love to go hard, but my hips, literally my back's giving out. I mean, lately. So it's like,
come on.
I'm serious. Like, I'm lifting pallets at work now because that's a part of my job, and like my shoulder hurts after an hour now, where I could probably do that all day when I was 20. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, when you were like 20, you thought backs were replaceable. All those old people complaining about their backs. It'll never happen to me.
Oh, exactly. Excuse me. Sorry.
Did that hurt your back?
No, sneezing does, though. Sneezing. I've literally thrown my back out sneezing and had to go to a chiropractor. No joke.
Jesus.
Yeah, well, when I was
Jesus.
when I was in high school, actually, this is the reason I have a bad back is because I was in high school and I was playing lacrosse. Do you know what lacrosse is?
Heard
It's
of
a
it.
very it's a anyone outside of northeastern United States doesn't know what lacrosse is, so it's okay. So it's the Native Americans used to play it when us colonists came over, and we've adopted it now. But
Yeah.
it's just, you have a net on the end of a stick, yeah, and it's a team.
Mm.
Well, you can hit each other with a stick, try to get the ball out of the other guy's net. Well, so my opposite when we were doing training, guy hit me in the neck several times. I brushed it off like it was nothing. Then the next morning, I woke up, I was a Q. My neck was twisted. And I had to go to a chiropractor. And ever since then, my back's
Wow.
never been the same. But
Lacrosse.
yeah,
It all started with lacrosse.
lacrosse killed me. Not even skating, lacrosse. So
That's why, kids, if you're listening, I know you are. You should be doing your homework. 2,
subscribe to Pickle.
don't do anything with your life.
Yeah, stay and play video games.
And do nothing. Yeah. And subscribe to As Sardonic Pickle.
Yeah, subscribe to Pickle. 100%. No, I'm serious.
And the Boxin Dachshund. I don't know if you realize the Boxin Dachshund has a YouTube channel, by the way.
Yeah, you're watching it right now.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah, so one thing about your content that really gets me is your characters are so amazingly well done. Like,
Oh, thank you.
so how do you come up with a character? First of all, like, how does that happen? I have a few of my own, but
Yeah. I already. Oh, are you talking about like the Nintendo fanboy as well as Trev?
all of
Those
them.
kind
Trev,
characters? 'Cause-
Dan, the Nintendo fan, the PC gamer, was it Cyrus?
Cyrus, yeah.
He's been retired for a while though, I think.
He's coming back. He's coming back.
He's coming back? Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. That's going to be great. Everyone subscribe for that.
Well, the Dan Nintendo fan, he was originally just the Nintendo fanboy, and it was just making fun of Nintendo fanboys, which he still is. But I'm making like Dan and Cyrus actual people, trying to make them actual characters,
I've seen that. Like,
And yeah,
is the Twitter a way of doing that? I've seen the Twitters. There's actually Twitters for some of these people.
yeah. Dan and Cyrus have Twitters. I've forgotten my password, so I can only use their Twitters on the PC. So that's why you hardly ever see them replying anymore, because I can't use them on my phone anymore because I forgot the fucking password.
Dude, I have the same way.
I mean, they're totally different people, and they have their own Twitter accounts. They're not me.
So have they developed in their own way?
Yeah.
Like when you're doing them, do they develop in their own way that you don't think of? Like when you created Trev, did you think he would become this big of a character in your skits, or do you think he's just like a one-off? Did you think he was gonna be a one-off?
Trev just came to be. He wasn't called Trev. It was just the voice. I did the voice when after Brad and I were doing some recording session back, it's like 2015 or something. And we were just doing like a let's play or something, and afterwards we're just hanging out, and I was just looking out the window, and I just started talking like Trev and making up bullshit like this, giving advice to nothing, just nothing, just ambling on in that voice. And Brad was like, "You should just do that on your channel." And I had no idea what it was, so we just named him Trev. And yeah.
So I have to ask: are those when you black out your front teeth? Are they supposed to be missing, or are they supposed to be dead teeth?
They're supposed to be missing.
Okay, because you can see when you do angles, like you see just the black over your lips and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah.
So I was like, are they supposed to be dead, or are they supposed to be missing? I like either way. It works both ways, but that's amazing. Now, what do you use to black his teeth out?
It's this makeup. It's this. I don't know how to describe it. It's like, it's sticky, but it goes hard when you put it in your mouth.
So how do you get it off?
just scrape it off.
Oh, you just gotta scrape it off. Oh,
You can scrape it off and then brush your teeth. Yeah, yeah. But I don't know if people have noticed, but I changed the position of his missing tooth every video.
I'm gonna have to go back and look. I can normally catch that stuff, but I didn't.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
your show is, I think it's amazing. I think it's the best content you've done in a while.
I'll stop it.
No, it's serious. Because you're actually mixing everything. Like I said before, you're mixing your music. You're mixing you, which is, I think you undersell yourself. Be honest with you. I think you don't think you're interesting, but you're super interesting. Like just the way your comedy goes, like the way you purposely make yourself awkward. At least I think you do. If not, you're doing a hell of a good job playing it off like you're not. like
I'll never tell.
That's part of the mystery. Like, is he actually being awkward, or is this a play? It's like, I don't know. It's very cool.
Yeah, I think we're all awkward. Yeah. We just, I don't know.
But in your episode 4,
I don't think there's one. I don't think there's one cool person on the planet. Like,
I think you're cool. I think you're cool.
Thanks. Besides you, I mean, like cool as in, you know, the stereotypical smooth talker and
James Bond is.
Oh well, yeah.
But yeah, in your episode 4, you took a quick, really weird turn on the show, and you got really serious. Like most of the episodes are really serious. I really liked that. That's where I came up with the other questions about your past, because it's like, okay, what happened here? I want to put together your life, and I think people if when they go back and watch it will actually think the same thing. Like, what happened here? Like, why is he like this? Not that you're a bad thing. It's just like you're a really interesting person. But you talk about. Oh, go ahead.
I like the thing with me is I hate formulas. I really hate the formulaic YouTuber thing. That's why I never want to call myself a YouTuber, but then I call myself a YouTuber. It's always like a conflict with me.
I have much the same
ever
stuff.
Want to.
I think you.
I don't want to label myself.
I think you're suffering from an imposter syndrome. To be honest with you, like you're doing it, but you don't believe you're doing it, right?
You're right.
But you've been doing it for since 2014, which is crazy. You still don't think it.
Right.
I think it's go ahead.
It's because I keep looking at other people with their sub counts and they take off in their careers, and they've got it as a career now, so they can call themselves a YouTuber because they're a career YouTuber, you know.
See, here's the thing: like when YouTube started, it wasn't supposed to turn into any of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think like we are YouTubers because this is what YouTube was meant to be. It just developed into something crazy.
Yeah.
But in episode 4, you talk about masks. Like that's the first thing. Everyone has masks, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you say that no one's seen your real mask. So what is the real Dave? Like I'd like to. I want to know what the real Dave is. It's like a mystery to me now.
I would love to know what the real Dave is.
So you don't even know what the real Dave is.
No.
I don't think, but I think that's what the beauty of your show is. Like it's kind of like you trying to find who you are. Some of it, right?
Right. Yeah.
Like
let's discover together
with your latest car videos, and we're all discovering together. I think it's a big attraction to your show. Then you add in the comedy to it, which is top notch. By the way, I love your sense of comedy.
I think when you're quote unquote finding yourself, I guess, or if you're going on the journey of life and realization, you can either like what you see or not like what you see, or find out. And you
hello. Okay, you kind of skipped out there. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Okay, cool. Did you get any of what I said?
Something about finding yourself, and then it cut out.
Okay, so I think in the journey of life, as you're quote unquote finding yourself, you can either like what you find out, but you don't like what you find out, and you can see it as boo-hoo, a tragedy, and you can hate yourself, or you can just laugh and see it as a comedy, like the Joker.
Yes, a big influence of yours and mine, both.
Yeah.
But which version are we? Is what we gotta find out.
Except the murder part.
Except yes, of course, except the
I'm not
murder
a
part.
murderer.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it just made a good point. Like it's like we have so many people who you're around that sometimes you act differently. Like at work, I'm a totally different person than I am on say this, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, I'm normally very loud, very funny. But at work, I'm so quiet, and I'm just like, yep.
Right. But what's the real Boxin?
Again, like you said, do we really know who we really are?
Right.
So I think the real Boxins is this is probably more me, and my characters are probably like very exaggerated parts of me. Like the crazy salesman, right? Crazy God. Justin. Like that's me wanting to sell out, right? I'm begging for your money. Come on, man. Get
yeah.
You're just like he's coming back. By the way, I have another one very soon. I think I'm gonna do with him.
Good. Bring it back.
I'm hoping next weekend maybe. Yeah, dude. But that's the thing is like here's the thing like at work, like I said, I'm very quiet. So when people found out about that and saw the video, even my head bosses were like, "Who the fuck is this? Is he's working for us?" And so you'll like this.
Bam,
so
stick it.
Bam. So I released that video. A week later, my dad comes down because my dad works at the same place I do. He's a big honcho, and he goes, what the fuck did you do to me? You fucking, why didn't you tell me you put that online? I guess our second in command. So there's big boss and second guy, right? You know, our CEO and then the next guy. The next guy found it in a morning meeting. He put it up on screen in the meeting.
Oh.
And my dad my dad had no idea put this on. So if you guys, it might not be up anymore. I might have to put it in private. I'll have to put a link to it.
Why?
I'm working on like a weird kind of thing with my channel, but so he comes down. He had no idea, and then I guess the guy didn't watch it all entirely the first time. And at the end of it, I slapped my wife, right?
Yeah.
And so they might have. There's rumor that they had to have a HR human resources meeting after that because of that.
Oh, come on.
I don't know, but that's pretty funny. This and my dad's completely like, you know, pretty straight shooter there. He's not like a crazy guy, but part of me is like, is that crazy person?
Yeah, I think everyone's crazy though.
Yeah. So I think in your most recent,
I like crazy Justin.
I like crazy Justin too. Crazy Justin, he comes out every so often.
He needs to come back.
Crazy. Yeah. Well, I a couple of things I'm working on. I think they're definitely. It's not him, but it's more people like him.
Yeah.
Like I told you, I have a whole wig and stuff going on for another
nice.
one. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty crazy, I think. So I literally just watched before this your songwriting video about 12 years ago. I must have missed it when you uploaded it a month ago or something. But you're actually a really good songwriter, man. Holy shit.
Thank you.
Like I'm not saying you're Tom Dillon, or was it Bob Dylan? Sorry. Tom Dillon. Lily's crazy with all the kids. But yeah, you're very good. Was it improv or was that it was a song you wrote 8 years ago?
The song itself, it wasn't improv.
That wasn't improv,
it was
but
written.
That's really good though. Like,
yeah, no, I enjoy poetry and that. So yeah, glad you enjoyed it.
I enjoy everything you do, man. To be honest with you, everyone needs to go check you out. But I'm a little bit fangirling right now. But so you like editing, which is kind of weird. I'm not a big fan of editing. See, I like seeing the process come together, But the process of doing that sucks to me. Maybe it's just like I'm not good at the process yet. So
I think if you do it more, you start to learn different things, and it gets exciting. You can do.
That's like I just learned how to do. You know how like a TV shuts off screen, like the old TVs and the static.
Yeah.
I just learned how to do that today. Yeah,
Cool.
I can't wait to start using that stuff.
Yeah, you can use it. You can think outside the box and use it for anything, really.
But exactly like excuse me, Corona. But yeah, in like I don't know, it's gonna be using a lot more stuff now, I think.
Excellent.
So you kind of encouraged me. You want to do stand up, which I can't wait to. I would love to see you do stand up.
I would love to do stand up.
Yeah, thank you, Corona. Thanks, Obama, Corona.
Exactly. Jesus.
Yeah, no. In this world of 2020,
hey, what timing though? What timing?
Dude, no way, right? Like I literally went to my first comedy show, like local one, at a place, and it was like, okay, now we're gonna shut down the world. It's like
just as you finding maybe something you want to do.
No, I literally have like a whole routine written down, and then like literally a month later, hey Corona, I'm like, you what Chinese people? Why? Exactly. But yeah.
But now when the comedy clubs open up again, all the jokes are going to be about the virus.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Yeah. Okay. Are you going to share them with me today?
I might. I'm thinking about it. But actually, I have a whole skit. You know the game. I have a whole skit coming up. You know the game. Pandemic.
Yes.
The mobile game, or there was one on PC too, but I have a whole skit with Corona on that. So that's gonna be, and literally the other thing, I literally started playing Pandemic in December.
Oh.
So like I'm like,
wow.
uh-oh, this is bad timing.
Oh, it was meant to be.
It's like
it's your fault.
It might be my fault. That's crazy. Yeah, but like I don't know. I would hopefully clubs start opening up again soon, because we only have one club here, so it's like I have no other options other than open my own.
Yeah, there we go. You could open your own.
Dude, I've wanted to open up like either a music club or just an underground place forever. Because that was such a big part. That was a big part of my growing up. I used to go down to it used to be Northern Lights. We used to get huge bands at Northern Lights, and it was just a bar. So it was really divey. It was nice.
I like those kind of places. If I lived closer to you, I would hang out there. In fact, if you do open up like an underground sort of thing, just bring a laptop in and have me on video. I'll be there. I'll hang out on the laptop.
See, isn't it? Oh, you'd hang out there. I would just say we'll put you on this big screen, put you on a show. Do from location stand up?
Yeah, all right.
Put you on a Zoom call. But what was I gonna say there? But no, have you seen like comedians? They've been trying to do their stand up on like Zoom calls, and it's just not working.
It's not the same though.
No, it's not. Like, like they can tell a joke, and then like they know there's no laugh.
Oh,
it's so weird.
Well, now you know how streamers feel.
But it's exactly.
It's so hard to like judge when you're streaming if a joke worked or not.
So I'm pretty sure you were drunk at this, but I think some of your best stuff was the monkey. I'm not sure if you were drunk at the time. I don't even know how this even started. But your monkey, like you went through like the 5 levels of grief, or the 5 stages of grief with this monkey on stream live.
Yeah,
it was pretty crazy.
Fuck that monkey, man. Fuck him.
You started giving it mouth to mouth. You gave it CPR. You started fighting it, and you cried.
And I have a complicated relationship.
Yeah,
let's just put it that way.
The monkeys and the pickle have a very fun time together.
I have a feeling you will return.
Well, you've been teasing him, and I've been waiting. I've been waiting. Speaking of monkey, on your stream a couple weeks ago, I gave you not a riddle, but a thought practice, a thought exercise. Do you remember what that was?
No.
So I told you, stop thinking monkey, start being monkey. Have you thought about that at all?
No.
Do you have any guesses on what that actually is supposed to be?
I don't know what you mean. Stop thinking monkey, stop
Being monkey.
No. I'll act like a monkey.
Okay, so this is what it is. This is like, say you want to do something, right? This is something I've realized recently. So you want to do something, right? And you plan this out, and you say, okay, I can do this like this, do this. But the best way for you to actually do that is to just fucking do it.
Right. Yeah, gotcha.
I've been watching a lot of kind of uplifting guys. One of them is called his name is Devin Nash. He's very what do I say? He's very business oriented on streaming and content creation, but he has so much knowledge to give from that aspect of it.
Yeah,
it's really cool actually. So shout out to him. But
yeah, I completely agree with that philosophy. Like, I've never seen the point in like getting yourself in debt, going to uni, and just studying, waiting till it's like a perfect time to try something. Just fucking do it.
Yeah,
You'll be
exactly.
dead before you know it. You know what I mean? Like it's not that big of a deal that you fail. Yeah.
Well, you know how long I've been waiting to do a podcast?
Yeah, and now you're doing it. Woo!
Like I literally, like maybe a year into streaming, I learned about podcasting. I'm like, I want to do one of those. And it took me 2 more years to figure out, I'm just going to talk to somebody on a computer and put up a little bit of graphics, and there you go.
It's a podcast.
Yeah, and I only see
the more you do it, the better you'll get it.
Exactly. I have better questions.
Yeah. You got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And the only way to start is start.
Exactly.
Just do it. Do it.
So what's the future of your content? Yeah, any big plans coming up?
More of my show. I'm putting more and more into my show.
Yeah.
Reviews will continue because people like reviews. I like doing reviews. Yeah, no, I'm considering bringing back content creator as well.
Content creator? What's that?
Yeah, that series where I take comments and base the episode around comments and interactions from people.
When did you do that?
It's an old series.
I'm gonna have to look it up.
There's a playlist on my channel.
Yeah.
Called This Content Creator.
You have a YouTube channel?
I have a YouTube channel.
He has a YouTube channel. Okay, everyone goes to that.
I have a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube. So do you, don't you? You have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel?
Yeah, I have a YouTube channel.
I have a YouTube channel.
Congratulations.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Congratulations.
You have one now.
Well.
Yeah, I gave it to you just now.
Thank you.
Everyone gets one. Everyone, get a YouTube channel. You get a YouTube channel.
That's like Joe Rogan. You should start a podcast. I don't know if you listen to Joe Rogan or not.
Who's that? No, I'm joking.
Yeah, but he's everyone he has on his channel. He, at one point in the show, he goes, "Do you have YouTube? Do you have a podcast? You should start a podcast."
Yeah.
But be honest with you, like there's true thought to that. Like even like the best way to people to start conversating is just to sit down and talk.
Right. Yeah.
Like
that's true.
And like even during this, we've had conversations that I didn't think we'd actually have already. And I think people need to do that more. Like in this world of twat, as we like to call it.
That name.
Oh my god, I love that. And it's such a good name for it because it's full of a bunch of twats.
Shout out to SCG.
I think
SCG
it was
came
SCG.
up with that, didn't
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. Classic.
It is classic. So did you check out? I also mentioned a new. Well, I think he's new. I'm not even sure how long he's been doing it. A new kind of content that's been coming out. The puppet.
But
Larry IRL.
Oh, is this Larry and
Larry IRL? Oh my god. I would never have
Haven't
thought
checked
of
it out
this.
yet.
But how genius is that? Like, if you didn't want your face to be on the internet, but you wanted to create funny content like a vlog or something, create a puppet.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, there's Arlo. Arlo's been around for a while.
who's that? Arlo?
Yeah, he talks about games.
Really?
I don't know why he's a puppet, to be honest. Like, he doesn't do anything special as a puppet. It's just literally a vlog with a puppet.
But
I did see
the cool thing about using a
but,
puppet as your icon is that you can do anything with them and no one can judge the fucking puppet because it's a puppet.
Yeah,
right.
That's right.
I could be Crazy Justin 24/7 with the puppet.
Mm-hmm. Well, but you could say the same thing if you're playing a character in general.
You mean like Dr. Disrespect, right? Just for example.
Right. Yeah.
But who wants to have to dress up all the time, right? You just put your hand up a puppet's ass and then there you go.
Yeah, that's true. It's easier.
although Larry puts so much effort into his content, you can just tell. Like it's so like well done. In my opinion, you go check him out at some point, everybody.
So you have to check that out.
He's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm quickly discovering that every single one of my favorite content creators is Australian. So I don't know if you guys are real or not. It might just be a part of my imagination now.
What is real?
What is real? What is it? I still think I still don't think Australia's real, people. The world's flat too.
Well, right now you're just a voice in my head, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not even alive. I'm just a ghost now. If we're going by the saga of our Twitch stories we go by, or our Twitch, because was it last year I died at some point or something like that?
Yeah, that's right. You're still dead, aren't you?
I'm still dead. I'm just a figment of your imagination.
How's that going for you?
It's pretty nice. It's cold. It's cold. Oh man, but yeah, I. So what do you think about like the future of content creating, like for everyone? Do you think it's gonna go well, or do you think we're gonna this is just a fad?
I think it's I don't like the way it is now. In terms of YouTube as a company.
Yeah, I have issues with YouTube myself, so.
Yeah, I feel like you walk on eggshells if you're a content creator on YouTube. You got to be really careful about what you say and how you say it and da 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 da.
Yeah,
I think people will get sick of it enough, and the YouTube will change, or there'll be another platform.
Yeah, I thought that other platform was Twitch for a while, but then they started to do the same thing.
Yeah. Twitch has never really had a good uploading system either.
No, they haven't. Like, they just haven't. It's like your VODs when you do live streams, they disappear after a week or something like that, 10 days.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's BitChute, but everyone sees BitChute as just far right extreme.
Oh, the right wing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
So they're scared of it, basically.
I found that anything like free speech is everyone considers. Oh, it's right wing. No, it's just free speech. It's just like people want or lets us say whatever they want, and the company doesn't do anything about it. So you have to realize that it's just a free platform. It's a bulletin board. Like if you're in Animal Crossing, right? If someone puts "Hey fuckface" in the middle of your town, you can't do anything about it, right?
No, it's done.
That's all it is. They just don't. Unless it goes to a certain like level where they're threatening people live or inciting violence, they don't do anything about it.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Which is how it should be.
I'm pretty simple, man, with that sort of thing. Like, a joke is a joke to me. Either I get it or don't. And if I get it, either I find it funny or I don't. I just leave it alone. It's a joke. Like I'm not gonna take anyone down because they said this offensive thing. It's just words.
Yeah, it's
Calm
so
down.
stupid.
Fucking words.
People can't take jokes no more.
Sticks and stones. Nah.
Oh man, but like, isn't that kind of like I know right now like comedians get canceled. What was it? Cancel culture or whatever the heck you want to call it. I call it bullshit.
Disgusting.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
Like, but it kind of makes comedy a little bit better, right? Because it's dangerous.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's easier to be edgy. You can say anything, sort of making fun of the political correct society we live in. Just lightly touch on it, and it could be edgy as fuck. Like it doesn't take much effort.
Yeah, like I'm gonna drop a hard R here, but like you could say retard like 5 years ago, and it yeah, screw it, I don't care. I'm unhinged. This is crazy Justin right here. Are you goddamn retards? I'm gonna get banned.
I'm living on the edge, dude.
Bark and Bite podcast episode 1 deleted right there. But yeah, you could say stuff like that 5 years ago and like, okay, haha, that's funny. Yeah, person's stupid.
Yeah, right.
We're not making fun of the actual mental impairment people.
No.
You know what I mean? We're just making fun of you because you're fucking stupid. You know what I mean?
It's a funny word. It's a funny sounding word.
It's crazy.
It is. It sounds funny to me.
I don't know. We're getting edgy here on the Bark and Bite podcast.
Yeah. Already.
Well, we haven't touched dogfighting. It's not a dogfighting podcast.
Just mentioning that word now, like, has brought in a little bit of attention into this scenario we're in right now, you and me. Wait. And we're friends. We're open to these kind of words, but...
Did I make it awkward? I'm sorry.
No,
oh,
no. I'm not.
But there's a tension in the air. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just saying stuff like that.
Like the fact that we're talking about it, with the fact that we're making this big deal out of a word that you just said.
Yeah.
Gives a shit. It's just telling of the culture we're in.
So yeah, when this goes up, everybody, I will be canceled. So thank you for watching. Yeah. This is the end of the Bark and Bite podcast.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, yeah, it's crazy. The world's gone nuts. Like everyone just needs to chill out.
Yes, loosen the fuck up.
Jesus. Dave's getting edgy with his starting to curse now. But you drop the C word all the time in your streams too. Which I love it, by the way.
I love the C word.
I love it. That's the one I try not to touch.
It's not big in America, but it's big in Australia and England. Everybody says cunt. Like,
you're good. You're good. I'm not. Dude, this is a live podcast, and I'm not going to censor anything that doesn't need to be completely censored. You know what I mean? Because it's funner that way. Yeah. Podcasts should be that. People just talking and bullshit like normal people, like me and you right now.
Yeah.
It's how it should be.
But it's like, it's an Australian culture. They say, you call your enemies mate and you call your mates cunts. It's a weird thing in Australia. Like you could say, oh yeah, my mate Brad, he's a mad cunt. Fuck, he's awesome. That sort of thing. And if I wanted to pick a fight with someone, I'd be like, you right, mate? Let's go. Like, it's fucking weird.
Well, I'm not going to call you that, but I do consider you're my mate.
Yeah. You too. But yeah, it's all in context, and context means nothing today. So.
That's exactly it. Is the context behind what people say, and that's what's the most crazy thing is no one takes into any idea what context people are saying nowadays. And it's so hard with things like Twitter because you don't have this you can't see how people are flexing, how people are stancing. Right.
You can't see body language.
Yes,
you can't read tone. Sarcasm is hard to do. Like, I have to remind people what sardonic means,
Yeah. Well, those people are just retards. Nobody knows what it is.
I won't say nobody, but yeah.
Gosh. I mean, I need to stop using them.
My statement would be just fun. Loosen up. Have fun.
Yeah, definitely. So how's the wife?
Don't know. I haven't asked her.
Oh, it's morning. I forgot. It's morning. You're a future man. You're officially in 220. So the recording of the Bark and Bite podcast is 9/20/2020. For him, it's 9/21/2020 because he's from the future.
Yeah, that's right.
So what stock should I invest in today?
I have no idea.
You know the future. Look at this channel. Just tell me.
Croissants.
Croissants. Got it.
Croissants.
Pillsbury.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, invest in croissants.
Oh, man.
It's the first thing I thought of.
Croissants are delicious, man. People love that shit.
All right. Yeah.
French people love that shit.
Yeah. Do. I don't know why, but
They're fluffy.
yeah.
People like fluffy things.
French people.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Although
thought you were saying French people are fluffy.
no, I'm fluffy, but French people must love me.
Is that like an order? Is that like a command?
They must love
People
me.
must love me.
No, that's not command.
French people can love whoever they want. If there are any French people listening, you can love whoever you want.
Oh man. Just stop surrendering so easy, please. Have a little backbone.
Yeah.
So I made this joke the other day about French people, and I'm sorry everybody, all you Frenchies, love you, but I work in a paper mill, and a guy is going to meet for some reason we were talking about France or something, and someone said, well, what's their flag look like? Is it blue, white, red? I'm like, no. Here you go. I picked up a piece of paper and it was white. I'm like, that's it. That's their flag. It's white. It was so much better at the moment, but you know what I mean. Yeah.
Clever.
Sorry.
Clever.
It's all in good fun,
done.
everybody.
Well, bloody done. We need a laugh track for that. We need an applause. Fade out with an applause.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Oh man, crazy.
So is this podcast going to be so big that you're going to like monetize and make $1 million?
I'm hoping to beat Joe Rogan. I'm hoping to beat Joe Rogan.
Yeah, fuck it.
Hey,
think big.
I'm thinking once a month with this because just my work schedule and stuff like that for now. Then trying to get new guests on is going to be a pain in the ass. But we're going international already, so this is a good start.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
We're covering the world at this point.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
But I didn't really answer the question way back when you asked me about episode 4.
Oh yes, go ahead. Sorry. About masks, right? Or would I ask?
Yeah. When you asked why I went serious.
Oh yeah, why'd you go serious? By the way, I think it's awesome. By the way, that you go serious and you have these little moments of comedy in between it. So sorry if I interrupted you on that.
I interrupted myself.
No, I think I did.
I don't know how I do that, but I manage to interrupt myself. Yeah, like I think it's important to be serious because there are things. There are like as soon as I'm like find myself in a rut when I get myself into a formula and I think this is what's expected of me. I'm supposed to be funny. I'm supposed to make comedy. I'm supposed to, whatever. That I like to just throw in. What's the saying? A wrench into the works,
throw a wrench into the machine. That's a literal thing that happens at my work, by the way. Sometimes.
Right.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And all my influences that aren't all my influences for YouTube aren't YouTubers now. All the comedians, all the creators outside YouTube do that with their own projects. All the ones that I look up to, they keep it unexpected. As soon as you expect them to do something, they just don't do anything. And Bob Dylan has always been the epitome of that to me. He went through so many genres. He started folk, and then he went to rock, and then he went gospel for some reason, and country, and you had no idea. Then he did a Christmas album for some reason.
Everyone has to have a Christmas album.
Yeah, exactly. And so I listen to that every year. Silver bells, silver bells. It's so good. But yeah, I think it's important to go. It's not that I'm going serious. Like I don't see it that way. And yeah, it's taking a risk because I was sure people would unsubscribe. Like people were like, "What the fuck is this shit?" Like
Yeah.
he's not dressing up in a dress. He's not in a bra. He's not. He's just talking about thoughts and shit. Like what the hell? But it's an outlet for me because it is always on my mind. There's these kind of things.
I think people like that. You know what I mean? Like people like to know that they're not the only ones thinking the thing. The fact that they can listen to someone and they're saying almost the exact same thing, like masks, right? That's what I was trying to get with the mask thing. Like everyone kind of has that feeling. I think like, oh, I have to be someone else at this place or this place. You know what I mean? Or with this people. Why can't I just be myself? And why do I always do this to myself? I think like that really touched a nerve with me. Not in a bad way, but a good way. Maybe more relatable.
It's not like I think it's kind of, you feel good. Well, I feel good when I think or when I say that I'm special because I act like this just in front of people, but you don't know the real me, sort of thing. You feel kind of like you're important, right?
Yeah.
Like you're some unique creature that has these special thoughts that you're hiding from people.
Dave, just remember, you're not a special little snowflake.
No, exactly. No one is. We're all the same.
We really are. We're just carbon-based life forms on this planet.
Right. And I think it's an evolutionary thing. Like we have to act differently in front of different people. Like if someone came at you with a gun, you'd act differently to the way you're acting with me now because I'm not threatening your life.
Dave, are you pointing a gun at me through the screen?
Metaphorically.
Okay. I just want to know where we stand.
But I know you like it. I know you like the danger.
Oh, so. I love the danger. Or I wouldn't be doing what I do as a volunteer.
That's right.
Oh,
that's right. But yeah. So I think we have different modes. I think that's a better word than masks.
Yeah, modes is a good thing.
We set ourselves in.
Mask is, but mask is the much more poetry way to say it. I like that though.
Right.
I'm a bit of a romantic that way.
Yes, you are.
That's how I got my wife.
I'm slightly more attracted to you now.
Oh, dude.
As well.
Every time you're on stream, I can't keep from that bulge in my pants. Seeing that sexy Australian man with his sexy New Zealand accent.
Australian, New Zealand accent, whatever I am.
Whatever it is at this point.
I don't know what accent I am. American accents kind of merge for me as well. Like you have the American accent when I think of American accent.
Aw, like I like to think that I'm your model of an American then.
True. Yes, you are. You're a patriot.
I am a patriot. Like God bless this fucking country, everybody.
Love it.
We got free speech here. Fuck us!
I'm jealous.
Yeah, like I don't want to get too into politics, but
I shouldn't say that so loud because the Australian government's listening.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I've seen videos lately of you guys getting arrested for just saying shit. It's like that's crazy to me. That would never happen here.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like you'll see the riots right now, and you'd see like people getting arrested, but they're literally doing something illegal, like standing in the middle of a highway. It's not just that they're just saying something; they're getting arrested for doing something wrong. Here we wouldn't like if
that's China.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I didn't want to bring it up in the podcast. You kind of said stay away from politics, but it's so crazy. Like, God, I feel so much more blessed after seeing those videos that we have the First Amendment here.
Yeah.
You need to move here, buddy.
Once you sort out you personally sort out all the riots, Boxin.
Oh, don't worry, I'll take them all down.
All right, thanks, man.
I'll take care of that for you. It's not too bad around.
Just let me know when you're done.
Well, so actually, this is a good segue. So I never thought when Batman Begins, was it not the Heath Ledger one? Who's the director for the first Batman?
1989 Batman.
Batman Begins.
Christopher Nolan.
Nolan, thank you. The Christopher Nolan one. You know that scene at the end where like Scarecrow puts all the dust in, or all the chemical in the air? Hello? Buddy?
Hello. Yes.
Oh, we lost you. So
Oh, can you hear me? Hello.
yeah.
Hello. Hello.
So
hello.
do you remember that scene where they put the dust in the
Yeah,
air?
I heard you, and I said yes. I do know.
Okay, sorry. Well, they literally, and they put up the bridges right on Gotham because Gotham's made after New York City, and it's just an island. So they literally put the bridges up. Chicago literally did that for the riots. No, this is serious. So the riots broke out in Chicago, and in like just part of Chicago that's an island, or it's a peninsula or whatever. They literally put up the bridges and locked the protesters on the island for a little bit, so they could control it.
Wow.
That's crazy to think that like back then that happened. It just literally became reality. Not that I'm excited about it, but it's like wow.
Life imitating art, as they say. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Life imitating art, but it's exactly. It's life imitating art.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. Oh, but like that's just like that's so crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's always been a crazy world, but I think social media has just made it more crazy.
I think in the last 3 years this has gotten nuts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think it's just people being stupid, but that's just me.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. but it's like it's where like you said we walk on eggshells, right? Like I don't feel like I could post a bunch of stuff that I would love to post. Not first of all, I don't want to post my life on Twitter or anything. But like if I post even a controversial idea on Twitter, I feel like I'll be attacked.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know. It's pretty nuts.
Absolutely. I mean, I've deleted more tweets than you might think. Like in my drunken times, I kids, don't go on Twitter when you're drunk. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh god, do not.
I get on Twitter when you're doing that, and I love it. And so I see them all. I'm like, yes, Dave, yes, Pickle.
Them before I delete them.
I do. It's an amazing thing.
Yeah.
Because I normally agree with 99% of them.
Yeah. I just think it's madness, and I have enough usually. I'm just like, oh fuck it. But instead of like just putting down the phone and putting down Twitter and opening up another tab and having a wank.
That's our masturbation joke for the podcast. We can't have any more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, speaking of me, I have to bring up masturbation somehow. Yeah.
Oh man.
I end up tweeting and then going, you know what, Dave, what the fuck are you doing? Talk to myself like I'm my mother. You know what, David? What are you doing, mate? My mother. No, come on, mate. She's from London. See.
See. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah. That's
crazy.
I regret it. I always regret it. So I always try to stick to video game or something like that, or just comedy in general.
I wish I was more outspoken. And didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
But but you've gotten to that point where I think you are like even in your comedy, like when you're interesting. This is what I love about Trev. Like Trev says the most simple things, and you can relate to it. How like crazy other things are to it. That's why Trev is the most brilliant character you have at the moment.
Thanks, man. I like Trev. I have I can relate to him.
But that's the thing. Everyone can relate to him. And he's so simple. He's like, well, what was it? The toilet paper, right? Was the big thing like why don't you just wipe with the newspaper? Ta-da! Done. Solved. He simplifies everything. Yeah. Or use your hand, was it, right?
Trev always finds a way. That's the thing with Trev. He's a hopeful guy. There's no worries for Trev. It's just the epitome of the Australian attitude of just, well, what it could be, I guess, without entitlement. It's just whatever, man. We'll find a way. That's Trev. That's his way, and people look at it like it's weird. Like he does things the weird way or a stupid or dumb way.
No, he just gets
But he's
done.
happy. He's happy. Yeah, exactly. And he
Well,
means no one anyone, and he doesn't mean anyone harm.
yeah, he's so simple. He's like, yeah, well, I don't care what you do. I'm just gonna do what I do.
Yeah.
Love Trev. Trev is the man. Save Trev.
Yes.
So is Trev homeless or is Trev just simple?
Oh, he has a job.
Oh, he has a job.
He works at yeah.
He works
I
at a
haven't
shopping
mentioned it
center.
in his latest videos, but I need to remind everyone.
Yes, you do.
I need to tell Trev to remind.
All right, tell him for the next video, please.
Yeah, but
like,
he works at Centrelink, which is the social welfare system here. Yeah.
I like that. I like that he's a story now. I'm getting more into Trev.
Yeah, he works at Centrelink, and he helps people. He basically sometimes he's been caught by Centrelink giving people money from his own wallet because they couldn't apply for enough. There weren't enough jobs basically to apply for to get the government payments.
So he's sharing the wealth.
He helped them. Yeah, because he has the only job in Australia right now, which is Centrelink.
So he's a socialist.
God. Cancel Trev. Cancel Trev.
No, it's nothing. There's nothing wrong with socialism as an idea.
Yeah, that's true.
But in practice, it's just terrible.
Extreme socialism.
Yes.
That's when.
Well, that's like people argue
stupid.
like the fire department. Oh, obviously I'm more of, like this is where kind of like crazy Justin comes in, where it's like I'm a crazy capitalist. Like if you can make your own way, good. You don't need anyone else. And no one should take that from you. That's where I'm kind of like pro capitalism, like almost free market.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
But then people come up and be like, well, the fire department's, and I'm a volunteer fireman if no one else knows this. Well, the fire department's a socialist movement. Yeah, but it's a public good is the difference. And people, people who would you rather not have someone to come put out your house on fire and save you, or would you just rather your house burn and you die in fire?
Yeah,
like it's a social good. And that's where like you know what, you need socialism in some aspects, right? Your roads, your fire department, your police department, but for the most part, like let it go. Let people be people. Don't. Yeah. I mean that can be construed differently, but
I have no problems with like people owning stuff and you know what I mean, like possessive sort of stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of like earning your way and like, just putting it simply, like buying the biggest house because you've earned it and you've worked for it or whatever. But I think the way I'm a bit of a hippie is when it comes to like debt and just I think it's a way of relieving stress to not think of things as your things. You know what I mean? Like just kind of letting go of that sort of possessive nature of things.
Like you never truly own anything.
I think that's true. Yeah, exactly. Like even when you have a mortgage, if the bank doesn't own your house, they own you, you know?
Yeah.
Because you owe them. So they own you. And even if when you pay off the house, you die, it doesn't matter. Just it's going to be returned to nature anyway. So you don't own anything. Own the that concept of ownership is just a thought. It's imaginary. It doesn't exist. So.
The way I think of it is like you're renting something. You're always renting something. Right? I mean, like you're renting food. You're renting energy.
Yeah.
I mean, because the energy is passed on in other ways to other things, no matter what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And then your tweet the other day, like I'm not sure if you remember this, but you tweeted something about taking in positive vibes or something like that. And like I had this really quick, like deep thought, like energy is never, because this is something I learned in science class. Energy is never expended, right? So you can only change it. So if you're taking in negative energy, depending on what you do with that negative energy, like vibes, right? I'm not very hippie, but this is something I kind of believe. I believe in a vibe in the world. I think if more people took in that negative vibe and sent out more positive, we'd be in a lot better place.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it kind of, what's the word?
Transmute.
It's like alchemy sort of thing.
Yeah, transmuting.
Transmute, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. It's converting energy, but
Well, it's the thing.
everything is energy.
Yeah, I believe like attitude isn't energy in itself. Like, because like if I get yelled at work for not producing enough or whatever that fuck the capitalist system, sorry, it is, but yeah, like if I get yelled at work, I have a miserable day after, right? That's right. So the same thought can be put into if I see something happy, it makes me energy. If you listen to a motivational speech on YouTube or whatever, your energy is enlightened because they're passing their vibe, their energy onto you.
Yeah. Right.
So let's all put out good vibes.
Yeah, I think the word vibe is kind of made fun of because it's so hippie like, like it's just coming from the word vibration, which is what energy is.
Yeah, exactly. Vibration is just fine. the synchronized wave forms of air.
Yeah, exactly. And everything in life is that. And some people call it God, some people call it force.
Yeah, well, you're right. It sort of is, and yeah, I have a weird kind of stance on all this. I think I know your stance. I believe I know your stance on it, where you're like you don't believe in God, but you believe there's a vibe in the world. Like
right.
there's a flow to it or something like that. Am I kind of right?
Yeah, it's a cosmic energy.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to say there's a guy in the sky saying watch me at all times, but I think there's something there because I've gone through so much shit through EMS, seeing people die, pumping on their chests, people living, people not living. I literally picked somebody out of a grave they were digging one day.
Wow.
Yeah, that was it was like 105, and where I worked at a fire station was across from a graveyard. We literally got a call to go across the street, guy in hole having a heart attack. Like, it was code word, whatever, having a cardio incident. But we literally had to go over there, pick him out of the grave, start pumping his chest and bring him down to the hospital. Don't tell me if that's not ironic in the world.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people could say it's a coincidence.
Yeah, a little bit. Wasn't his grave, by the way. So he didn't dig his own grave. Oh, man. I have a sick sense of humor. I'm sorry. But I kind of developed that through EMS and fire, though.
I think humor is like if you say you have a sick sense of humor, I think you just have a broad, healthy sense of humor.
Yeah, for the most part. Yeah, you've learned to deal with some form of stress in some way. So do you have to go at any time, dude?
No.
So it's Monday where you are. Do you work today?
This is my last day of my weekend.
Oh, okay. So you guys have a 3-day weekend.
I got I work Saturdays, so I got Sunday, Monday off.
Oh, okay. So you're 2 days. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Cool.
Good, because Sunday is like rest day, I guess. That's why
it's God's day, Dave. It's God's day.
It's God's day.
God's day.
God's day. Why do they call it God Day?
Because Sunday God is day. When people go to church normally. So it's God's day.
God. So it's call it God Day.
Yeah.
Sunday.
So that makes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, God's day. It doesn't have a nice ring to it.
No. Because Monday I can do like everything's open basically. So if you need to do anything on Monday, do it Monday. So I like Sunday, Mondays as weekends.
Yeah, that's nice. Bit
of both.
Yeah. So weird question, and this might be off topic. Well, it is off topic. This is not a topic based podcast, everybody. We do not talk about dog fights. Not a dog fight podcast. Just a reminder.
Bullshitting.
So
it's a bullshit and rambling.
Yeah. So when you met your wife, did you know like when you physically met her? Because I know you met her over the internet. You flew to Mexico. When you first met her, did you know she was the one?
I knew she was the one before I met her.
Really? Like I've listened to your how you met her story, and I don't remember that part.
Oh yeah, like we talked for years on a daily occasion before we met in real life. So yeah, it was 100%. You know, she was gonna be my wife anyway.
Really? That's awesome.
There was no other choice, basically, for me
That's cool.
or her.
So, and then was that first trip kind of just solidifying your decision?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. Because I had to meet her family. I had to see where she grew up and all that sort of stuff. And it was a big eye opener for me as well. I had to travel. I had to see other places. I think that's once COVID goes away, I think people should travel.
Absolutely.
It's great. It makes you realize how good you have it.
Yeah.
Especially when you go to a country that's not doing as well economically as your country.
Yeah, I went to Mexico for my aunt's wedding. She married a Mexican right from Mexico City. We got to go to Cancun. So what's really cool about Cancun is you have tourist Cancun, then you have Cancun. So we literally, like, I was how old was I? This was long before 9/11, so I was pretty young. I believe it was before. Yeah, I think so. She might yell at me for this, but yeah. So we flew into Mexico. I saw the hot tubs. Actually, that's the first time I saw a woman's pussy too. Yep. So so actually funny. So I was so we were at the resort, right? It was like, American resort, whatever. Went into the hot tub. I was a little kid, so I had goggles on, right? Hello. Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I thought I lost you. So I had goggles on. So I went under the water, and someone jumped in. There was a girl, and she had no bottom on. So my dad said when I came up, my eyes were bigger than he'd ever seen them before. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, Dad, there's a girl in the hot tub." He's like, "So get back in there, pussy." I'm like, "No, Dad, there's a girl in the hot tub." And then he looks over and she gets out and she's naked. He's like, "Oh." So yeah.
Oh, you dog.
Yeah, so that's like the first time I ever saw that part of a woman.
Is that when you knew you were straight?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I don't think I had my first boner at that point, but yeah. Like I said, I was really young. It was really like a shocking thing to me.
All right.
Yeah.
I've been kind of desensitized to woman parts all my life. Such a player? No, because my dad's an oil painter, right?
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, like, I want to hear more about this, Dave.
Yeah. So he does nudes as well.
Oh, really?
Painting. So yeah, I've seen a lot of his paintings when I was a kid. So I knew what a vagina was.
We don't use that word here. Yeah, so for EMS class, for my EMT class, one of our assignments was go around and say vagina all day in public. Vagina, what? Penis. Because it's the medical terminology for it. So you had to get used to saying it. So that was like one of our things.
Oh wow!
Like, yeah, like we couldn't say, like, the woman part or the vajayjay. No, just say vagina. But like, and I said it once in class, and my teacher, he was an awesome guy. He's like, "Dude, man up, pussy. It's a vagina." I was like, "Okay, I'm sorry."
Imagine if doctors used the words like cunt and pussy.
Twat.
Yeah, twat.
Woman slit. Excuse me, ma'am, your slit is a little bit infected.
I would love it. That would be a world I want to live in.
That might be a new skit. Doctors using inappropriate language. Oh, God. No, dude. So, like, I saw some crazy stuff during my clinical time in hospitals. It was nuts. I got to see open heart surgery on a 1-week-old.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'll give you a little bit more backstory on this. I'm not going to give too much information on it. So I was doing my clinical time up in the PICU, which is the Pediatric Intensive Care Unit, and this baby was born. Well, they were born, and it's like a 1 in 0.00000 million chances ever happens that their atrium and their ventricles are reversed in the heart. So when they're born, you literally have to bring them into surgery, assuming they're okay, and switch those arteries and ventricles in the heart.
Oh, fuck me.
Yes. So they did that already to this kid. By the time I came on shift, he was being watched because it's a very intense surgery, and obviously they cracked the chest open. It's crazy. It's goddamn crazy. Well, the baby wasn't doing so well, so they had to crack the chest open again inside the PICU, not even in the surgery unit. And I got to watch that. It was nuts.
Ooh.
Unfortunately, the kid didn't make it. Yeah.
That's a crazy job.
Yeah, I couldn't be a surgeon. I can do EMS stuff. God. I couldn't be a surgeon. There's no way.
I work in retail. Fuck me.
Well, I cut paper all day now, so.
People's complaints at work are things like, "Oh, I just tidied the section and now it's messy again."
Yeah, but I literally the surgeon had me go with him to tell the family too, which was really hard. Like,
oh my God.
Well, but here's the thing: like, it made me a better EMT and medic for it, because that's what you have to do sometimes. You have to say, "No, I can't save your person. I can't save your husband, ma'am. Sorry, he's dead."
Oh, Jesus.
So. You want to know the most time we get EMS calls is like 6 o'clock in the morning. Do you know why? Hello?
Why?
Because people wake up and find their spouses dead next to them. Right? So they freak out. They call us. We rush there, and they've been gone for however many hours when they fell asleep, which is the good way to die, by the way.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
You just have to go, man. Like
that, or during sex.
You know what? Who was I talking to the other day? It was like, I would love to die by Snoo Snoo. Oh, it was Kazzy, which is another streamer you guys let me check out. She has this alert on her stream. It's death by Snoo Snoo. I'm like, that would be the way to go.
Death by what? Sorry?
So death by Snoo Snoo. It's a reference to Futurama, where there's these Amazonian women that inhabit this planet, and there's no men. So whenever they get a male that lands on the planet, they kill him by having sex with them. So I'm like, that'd be the way to go.
I don't know. What would you rather? Death by that, or having a wank with a belt neck?
Interesting. This autoerotic asphyxiation is very interesting.
See, wanking again, haven't I? Fuck it up.
It's 2 times. It's okay. We'll ignore it for this session. But I don't know, because here's the thing: if you die by like just giant women having sex with you, because they were Amazons, they were huge women or whatever, and that's what happens is the guys break their pelvises and they bleed out internally. That'd be 10 times more painful than just dying. Holy shit. Yeah, this is what you think about when you're an EMT, right?
Right.
Oh, it's so crazy, dude. Like, my mind goes to the worst thing imaginable, right? But yes. But the pain of breaking your pelvis and having somebody keep smushing it and keep breaking it and breaking it and breaking it.
Jesus, yeah.
It would be a lot worse than having a belt around your neck and choking than dying. So, I guess if I had to, I'd pass out and die.
It's good to know. That's the next poll for Twitter, I think.
You know what? You should do it. I'll vote on it. You know my answer already. I'll share that around.
Okay.
That's a good poll, though. You know what I mean? I love these what if scenarios. They're great.
People think.
It does. That's what it is. Their thought processes, and more people need to do these because it teaches you critical thinking, and not enough people critically think nowadays.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
That's I saw something the other day. I was watching some, I don't know if it was a riot or something, but someone got shot, like in their head or whatever, on their neck. And one of these quote unquote medics, riot medics, there's people with bandage boxes, and they put a belt around the person's neck. Yeah. So yeah, you're supposed to put a tourniquet on an extremity wound. You don't do it to somebody's neck.
Yeah,
you're
that's
choking
where
them.
The air goes in.
Yeah, it's just like, I can see why you're stupid. It makes me lose faith in humanity when I see that stuff.
I know.
But you've restored it.
Is that?
You've restored my faith in humanity. I like talking to you, knowing that someone else, all the way across the world, is smart.
Recent conversation has restored faith in.
Yeah. Talk about wanking and
choking yourself. Yeah.
Man.
I'm glad I could do something for you. Anytime you want to talk about
wanking
and wanking.
Yeah.
Choking the pickle.
So what do you wank to? Man.
Okay. How long do you have?
I have until whenever, bud. If you gotta go, we can get going. That's fine. We've been going for almost an hour and a half now. Holy shit!
Fucking hell.
So
that's a podcast.
Let's end on something weird, really weird. So, Are you gay?
No.
Okay, so when you watch porn, do you watch only two women? Always.
No.
So do you when you watch porn with guys in it? Do you like guys with big dicks or little dicks?
I don't really notice the.
Not consciously, you don't. Subconsciously, you do.
Yeah, I guess.
Right, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how do we all know we're straight?
That's right. What is gay? What is straight? Yeah. So, we all have to look at our penis, right?
But you're looking. But here's the thing: you're looking at that penis, and you know it's not yours. Because you know that you know how your penis is. You know that scar you had when you cut your ball sack 3 years ago.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're ending on a really good, strange point, and I can't wait to have you back on, as long as you want to be, if I didn't scare you away.
Yeah. No, you can't scare me away. I'm not afraid of anything.
Well, that's why I like having you on first, buddy, because I know you'd be up for this. But thank you very much for coming on here. Thank you for talking. Thank you for giving me your two thoughts and not being too offended when I said retard.
Retard.
But everybody go see Sardonic Pickle. I'll put his links down bottom. Go subscribe to him. Go follow him on Twitch and go follow him on Twitter because he's hilarious.
Oh, thanks, man.
All right. Anything else you want to promote?
Just wanking while having a bout. That's
give it a try. Don't give it a try.
No, have an escape plan.
Have an emergency pull cord.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, buddy, for coming on. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
Bye. Keep fighting.
Bye.